Alright guys, welcome back to another video, and before I get into it, obviously I have to do this because it's new, but if you could check out the Real Forex Journey, the new podcast is out, links in the description, make sure you share, rate and review it, right, if you actually enjoy it. But today though, this will be my quarterly overview, so the reason for that is, you could say a bit earlier, but look, next week is the 30th and I want to just start with all the changes I'm implementing from next week. So obviously today I've taken no trades really, just nothing on the radar for me in the end, very quiet recently. And I'll take you through both accounts. Should I do that or should I just do one? Yeah, alright, we'll do both. Alright, we'll do both and we'll start off with the day trading account, and bear with me for a second, right? So here's my spreadsheet for my day trading, and as you see it's quite detailed. I'm tracking a lot more things, and in this 3 month period, so since July the 1st, which actually flew by, I've taken 16 trades. Now yes, I was on holiday and I didn't trade for 3 weeks, but it was consolidation, so I doubt there would have been too many trades. Now as you see, my win-loss percentage is 44 win percentage, sorry. One of these was break even, one of these losses, so it counts for like -2 pips. That's why it's got it as a loss. But either way, for me, that's not too bad. Considering, I'd consider that lower than I typically hit, right? And I'm still up, right? I'll take that any day of the week. So now my equity curve looks something like this, pretty much. Is fairly accurate. Now it's not 8% up, first of all, because this is like, what was £200, like $240, I don't know, something like this. So it goes down 7%. However, I've also got commissions, right? So I pay pretty much, what is it, 9p per micro lot. So I've ended up paying a lot of commission, and I'm only up around 4.5%, right, overall. But you see, this is the equity curve. Pips wise, we are looking at a total. I haven't really taken any target twos, right? So all of these are basically the same. So the total pips again per position, if you was to count these up, it's 137. You can't see at the bottom of the screen, but there, right? See, this is the sum. So averaging 9 pips per trade. Obviously I've got my notes, and you know, see what's leaking, you can say, right? So obviously I'm going to do this in a little bit more detail by myself, but we're going to go through the counter trend trade first, which I've had a fair amount. What's this? 6 trades, right? So 6 trades, and not too bad. I mean, here's the thing, right? So obviously, okay, so 6 trades, and what, 4 winners, 2 losers, 118 pips. And the good thing about this, if you remember July, I was doing this like review for my forward testing, and I wasn't doing so well in counter trend moves, right? Counter trends were leaking my money. However, I thought, look, I'm confident enough in it, and I know it's been very trendy markets, so I will continue with this. And if obviously the trend continues in terms of just negative from counter trend setup, then I will not trade it after 3 months. I know I'm not going to blow a whole account. It's a trial error. And as you see, realistically, counter trends have been carrying my account now, which means but just by simple logic, trend trading has been just over break even, i.e. not great. So we've had 10 setups, right? Yep, so 10 setups, of which, I mean, 1, 2, 3. Oh, geez, I'm hitting a very low percentage. All right, I'm hitting 3 out of 10 on trend continuation, which is, like I said, it's a lot below my standards. So it is what it is. But right, winners have been bigger than losers, so I can't complain. Like even these 3 winners, I don't know why. Maybe the risk reward has been, well, the risk reward has been decent, right? I won't deny that, but my average losers are quite small. So even after these 3 winners, I'm up 19 pips out of that. So I'll take that. I mean, it basically covers my commission for that. And the good thing about it is, I know, right, because I know last few months, you can say, the markets have been in a bit of a consolidation, or the dominant time frame has sort of transitioned to be the daily. So for me, it's not a big surprise. Now, if you was to see where these losers come from, let me see, the 5 out of 10s, probably out a few winners here. Okay, both or two winners here, but you see, there wasn't the overall grading. Like, I haven't had too many great setups. I've had a few issues with some of them in terms of, okay, I'm a bit fussy. Like, yes, it's a setup I want to take, but I know it's not the best. Obviously, we've got 6 out of 10s. Um, Again, there haven't been great setups, and you see here a huge winner makes up for all of these losses, right? So I don't mind. I don't mind. Obviously, it's gonna be like a bit in my mind that look, it hasn't been going too well, but I'm aware. I'm aware of some of the stuff. And obviously, this is 7 out of 10. The Aussie cat from the other day, which was a small loser. But again, look at these small losers, right? So I'm happy that the way it's gone. In terms of entry, we can break it down into that, but I don't know if I want to. RS and the swing. Here's alright. Give me a sec. If there's divergence on the swing. Again, very minimum data. You got 2 winners, 2 losers so far. But look, all of this data I'm tracking, obviously I can utilize towards the end. RSI and swing, so it can't be blank. And I'm looking at, I want to see basically the highs, right? So 82 is quite low, so I want to see, get rid of the strong moves, and we'll say 15 to 20, and then 80 to 95. Wait, no, what? 80 to 85 or something. I don't know. Bear with me. I'm doing this live. All right. So as you see, I mean, there's been a problem with some of the winners because, let's say, when price has been overbought or oversold, and it has most of the time actually come to a minor level structure. Here you go. All right. It's just weak, right? It's just weakening in the trend. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things I can play around with this, but either way, I'm happy. I'm very happy with the way it's gone. I've learned a lot, right? Again, some of these setups I probably could have avoided, right? Now, the other day I did make a mistake or two in terms of stop placement, not like a crucial mistake in terms of, oh, I broke my plan, but it's more of a, okay, I should have seen this level structure here. And then we go on to my other trading, right? So the bats, ciphers, Gartley's, what's it called? Sorry, FTBs, and a lot more active. Obviously, this is 850 from all year, so yeah, whatever. And I've had a lot more trades in this period, so I'm coming up to this July period. And I'll go through. I mean, I can actually feel that, can't I? I like the spreadsheet. Thank you for tier 1. Right, so I've had all of these trades, and we'll go through obviously the data. Money wise, right? So because obviously I have to track money in terms of position sizing, it's percentage based, and I'm actually down £10, so that's what, around minus 0.5%. Pips wise, however, because I checked this last night, I'm up around 134, right, out of 34 trades. I'll zoom out here, you see it, right? Now you might be thinking, oh, why you shouldn't go with percent base. Well, you're wrong, because realistically this is the story, right? However, I have had a few FTBs which have been long runners, and especially the fact that my position size is halved, and I've put more emphasis on the first position. This 132 pip winner, for example, is quite, it was almost very insignificant. Again, 211. These are FTB runs which, yes, you could have caught, but realistically, bigger picture, me emphasizing the weight and the first position has worked. I think I did make one mistake here. This mistake here, I actually missed the entry. I literally lack of concentration. Here you see it as well. I remember these trades. I missed a little winner, so there's that. And then over the holiday period, I missed on around 2%. So you could say it's a decent quarter, as in it's profitable. Not anything crazy, so it would have been around a 1.5% quarter, which, well, I would take, considering considering the bad start to the year, and it's still a bad year, don't get me wrong. I've almost given up hope on this account. I've got a few changes coming in, which I'll go through a bit later, but yeah, it is what it is. Now, in terms of grading, we've had another few 3s and 4s, right? So let's see the 3s and 4s. What? Is this all since July? Jesus Christ, this one, oh, that's disgusting. Look at that, all of red. One winner out of 11. I know 3 out of 10 on trend continuation wasn't great, but this right there is 4%, which I could have saved. And realistic, because that's actually one of the filters I'm using, right? All of these trades that I've graded a 3 out of, or a 4 out of 10. they're gonna go, right? I'm finally taking control, all right? I'm seeing an FTB signal or like a really bad pattern signal, right? And I'll be like, you know, fuck that. I'm not taking it because I don't think this is a good setup, because I think 4 out of 10 is me being generous, right? Because there's never going to be a 2 out of 10 setup or 1 out of 10. You know, that's ridiculous, right? Because we never know in the markets. But that's the reason I graded trades, right? Look at this. I can cancel 4%. I mean, that's in a quarter. Fuck me, in a quarter. So realistically, let's say I did this filter from July and I didn't go on holiday. I took the 2% that I should have, or 2.5%. I should be up around 6-7%, which per quarter it's around what, 1.7% a month. Not too bad, right? Not too bad considering I'm actually risking 0.5% per trade now. Let's see the fives, how they've done. Again, reds. A lot of red, but a few winners in there. You see, I'm actually up £25, so 1%, right? And that's decent. Six. We don't get too many 6s and 7s on this account, but we've got a lot of 6s actually. Fair enough. All right, this one's up 3%. So I think 103 could be more if there wasn't that mistake. So that's counted in there. I think again we don't. 7s are rare on both accounts really, but and it's, you know, just one winner, one lose, well, one break even, one loser. So yes, negative, but you can't really judge it on 2 trades. So yeah, that's why you grade your trade, kids, because it's been what, 6 months, and now I can actually be confident enough to be alright, fuck off, alright, I'm doing this, I'm optimizing my system, and I am in control now a little bit more than before. Now, what is going to be the changes, right? I think I spoke over these. I'm really curious how this trade plays out. That's why I've sort of got this risk reward box. But let's go on something else so I don't have to look at this. Right? I'm not in it. I'm just curious. Alright, so the way I'm going to do it, so what I'm adding into this year or this quarter is this, right? So the 4 pairs in my day trading account, I might as well write out rather than you just looking at blank screen. So GBP, USD, Euro, US, yeah. Alright, I mean, it's my video, so I'll procrastinate as much as I want. But these 4 pairs that are currently in my portfolio, they are all going to the day trading account. Alright, so let's be artistic and let's do this day trading account. Alright, now what I mean by that is only the trend continuations, right? So I'm not gonna have a single bit of continuation on my mechanical account, so that's what I'll call them. And you might have heard me mention this multiple times, whether it's in podcasts, whether it's on Instagram lives, whether it's on the YouTube. Again, I don't remember because I'm dashing out so much content right now, especially on YouTube and podcasts. But these 4 things, the trend continuation is gonna go here, and the way this portfolio is gonna look is something like this, right? So here's, I'm going every single day, I'm going to wake up. These are the 16 pairs I track anyways, that you see the day trading predictions and reviews come on, right, in this specific order. I don't know why, it was just a random order. I thought of them at the time, and now I'm adding these. So from Monday, I'll be like, okay, consolidation, blah, 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 blah. Right, so that's going to be this. Now, in terms of what I'm adding to the other account is this. Right, so what this means for me is that simple. So this is everything on the 4 hour. Now I'm still gonna have a few 1 hour patterns that I trade on this pound dollar, euro dollar, Aussie dollar, pound Aussie. But you know, just for OCD reasons, I guess, I don't know, I didn't put it in this. I don't know, I don't even have OCD, but at times it bugs me. So these are 4 hour bats and Gartleys. As you see, I don't trade ciphers. I never tested them. It is what it is, right? I don't have the patience to test them. It's not for me. I'm already doubting this anyways, but it is what it is. Like the account's down. The account's not salvageable by the end of this year, in my opinion, in terms of let's get a good return to say it's a good year. It's not, right? Let's be realistic. I don't want to be. I'm not pessimistic. I'm being very realistic, right? Simple as that. So I don't trade bats and Gartleys on these 4 pairs. Just the way I test them. These 4 were tested a long time ago, and they were tested a little bit different to these. So, you know, I don't trade this. I trade bats and Gartleys on the 4 hour. C leg can't be 786. Sorry, on the Gartley and the euro. Aussie dollar, I can trade the Gartley here, but You see all of these things that I've got in red. I still take these setups. However, I will do the inverse order. So you would have heard me mention it before, and the way it would look is like this, right? So you've got a bullish pattern here. Whoops, and then completion is here. You know, I use the 113 stops, right? So it's whatever. My stop loss is here. My entry, let's say it was here, and then my target is at 382, right? Now, no, what happened? Yeah, sorry, I don't know what's going on here. Right, so realistically, it looks something like this, right? There's my target, I'll color it green, and here's my entry, I'll color that yellow, and that's the way my setup looks, right? So if I'm trading this Gartley, this is the way it looks, right? However, on the ones that are red, this is simply what happens, right? This, I don't move any of these, right? They're same as it intended. So this is the 113, this is the 382, right? So, you know, somewhere here, right? And what I do is this, boom, this becomes target, this becomes stop, this becomes still the entry is just a sell stop rather than a buy limit. And as price moves down, as price gets closer to my target, I adjust my stop loss here, right? So I'm still risking percentage base, but I'll be decreasing. And yes, I know I start off with negative risk reward, yeah. However, the win percentage of these, right, trading at the normal way is below 47. Now, not only that, right, but even when they win, let's say they win like this, that's a very small winner, right? Because you've really cut down on your actual win and your risk reward. Now, this is a deep Gartley, so, you know, it's a better entry, and it looks a bad example, but sometimes you would already actually you'll start off with negative risk reward on the Gartleys as well. So that's just what I'm gonna do. I mean, look, it's if everything is meant to go the way everyone said it would in terms of, you know, back testing, first of all, I shouldn't be in this position. Second of all, well, let's see if this is true, right? Because the only, you could say, issues that people would have with this is, oh, you're selling into support, or you're buying into resistance. Well, yeah, but the data's told me, you know, the data's told me that it should work regardless, because the actual pattern in itself fails. So yeah, this account here, this mechanical account, let me highlight it and I'll draw it in red because I'm not that excited for it, and it's this last chance. I don't know how long I'm gonna give it. I've got 2 grand left now because I'm down a lot. I'm down like 15, 16%, somewhere there. Like, I've lost track. Like, I know obviously I can calculate the exact number, but it's not even in my mind anymore. I don't really care. This account, however, there's so much I can progress with. Now I'm up 4%. Yes, it's a £200 account, right? So I'm being transparent. I'm not gonna lie to you, right? £200 account, and I'm trading, you know, 2 micro lots per position, or per trade, sorry. And you could say it has a bigger effect, you know, bigger swings. However, you know, even my drawdowns haven't been that big, but there's so many ways to progress that account. Like, there's just infinite ways. Right now, you hear me looking at range bars, you hear me looking at potential different entries using the RSI, right? Different setups. Maybe, you know, soon I'll be looking at inside support and resistance more closely, and actually being that riskier trader and getting involved before recent structure, you can say. So many ways to develop it. Whereas patterns, FTP, what can I, like, the pattern, there's, I feel like there's only so much you can do to enhance them, right? Yes, you can argue, why don't you go on a lower time frame, do that, right? Maybe filter out the optimum stop loss, the optimum price. I don't know why I'm putting this voice, but that's about it, to be honest. I don't really like patterns as much anymore. I can trade them, and the only reason I'm trading them because I don't want you thinking, you know, if you don't like it, it's not suiting your personality, then don't trade it. Which obviously I agree with in terms of if it doesn't suit your personality. However, it would suit my personality just fine if it makes money. Like before when it didn't make money, it was fine by me. I was very happy with them. But because they're leaking money, now I see the flaws in them. So unless they're making me money, I don't have a problem with them. Do you know what I mean? Wait, if they are making me money, I don't have a problem with them. Sorry, if they do that, if they don't, then I don't know. I doubt the whole process of backtesting on everything. Now this reinforces it. To be honest, I mean, you would have heard my views on the podcast. I actually wasn't as harsh and as controversial as I thought, but this was done with 3 months forward testing, and I'm up, right? And the forward testing was up, the live trading has been up, and I learn continuously every day, and I can evolve it, and I've actually enjoyed this, right? Every single day I go to day trading, I've enjoyed it, and I'm sat there like, look, I actually want to be in the markets. I want to see what's going on. I want to make these predictions. That's why you see me playing around with pound Aussie right now. Even though it's past my day trading hours, I'm there like, okay, this is a setup I would have probably taken if I had the chance to, if it was allowed to, right? There's room to go lower. Let me see, what can I learn from this, right? This is just, you know, just about missed the double top, right? Massive divergence, even though it's not divergence because they're doing the same thing, right? I'm interested. You go down on the range box, you see divergence between these swings, or maybe a potential head and shoulders, right? You learn so much more rather than just a fucking pattern, right? If we break this structure, you'll be like, okay, maybe I can enter like that, because regardless of, you know, not having any structure violated, we're starting to put some lower lows. So many things, right? So many things. You play around with the risk reward potentials, and it's just ridiculous, right? It's just ridiculous, and I enjoy it, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And by December, look, I mean, I don't want to say I don't care about the other account, because I do. At the end of the day, I've got a lot of money in there. I mean, a lot for me, right? Because I don't really have that much right now, but in terms of the day trading account, I'm excited. By December, that would have blown up nicely, right? As in, not have blown up the account. It should have blown up nicely. I'm very confident in that, and I'll probably start making money off it in terms of, first of all, I'll put a little bit more into it, maybe like $1,000. If, I don't know, we'll see, right? We'll see. Uh, but not only that, right, I'll start linking it to platforms like eToro, platforms like whatever, you know, there's ones where basically people copy your trades and you basically get paid for it. Now build my reputation, build my credibility, right? Do that for like a year, maybe earn a little bit of money on the side doing that. Use the track record for that account, go into money management, right? And there's that for me, it's just my honest opinion. That's where my success is gonna come from. My day trading account. It's not gonna come from patterns. Hopefully, right? Hopefully the patterns add on to it. That's the whole reason I fucking went through all this work for it. But um, if I have to be honest, and you know, if I had to choose one account, it would 100% be that day trading account. So I hope you enjoyed. It's been a long video, but it's a quarterly review and projections and all of that stuff. So I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think. As always, as usual, so tomorrow or Sunday most likely, I'll do my weekly predictions. You'll probably see me looking at patterns a little bit more in the 4 hours as well, if I've got anything, because obviously I'll have to be on alert even more. And yeah, I'll let you know how it goes. Follow the podcast, right? You know, all of this is going to be on this, the transparency. You're going to hear this way later, because there's so much for you to catch up on in terms of storytelling, right? The podcasts are released once a week, every Sunday. Like I said, if you can do me a massive favor, subscribe, rate, and review to that podcast. That'll help me out a lot, and you know, hopefully it helps you out a lot. I actually set up challenge, and I'm talking bare, but I don't really care. It's my YouTube, all right? And I set a challenge yesterday, or today, whenever you're seeing this video. Make sure you check it out. It's on my social media as well. So I'm basically just plugging myself. I don't really like doing this, but I feel like it has to be done. So hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe, comment, and that's it from me in a bit.